Well, you know, living on the Eastern Shore, knowing how to pick a crab can be like second nature for some.
For others, like me, it's an acquired skill. And today we are going to get a crab picking lesson from a pro. This is John Shekels, General Manager of the Red Roost in Whitehaven. John, thank you for joining us.
No problem.
Today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so you brought in some crabs that you steamed, and I guess the goal is to get all the meat out and not the shells. Really?
That's the goal.
That's the goal. Okay, get us started. What do we do?
Well, to think that I'm going to have the perfect method is a little difficult to say, but everyone's got their own way of doing this. What I look for when picking out a crab.
Yeah, I was getting ready to ask about that because you were telling me something about the white belly.
Sure. Well, I personally prefer a crab that's got a little more of a rusty tinge to the bottom. Generally, when a crab grows, it has to molt out of this shell.
Okay.
When it's got its fresh new shell, this is pristine white. As it spends time in that shell, developing tissue, getting what crab
Growing.
people would call fatter, the shell gets tarnished by the river.
Okay.
So dark colored belly often means that crab has been in this shell longer, therefore it's going to be fuller and heavier.
Fatter.
Right. It's going to take you the same amount of time to pick a white belly crab as it will to pick a dark heavy crab. So I prefer to take that time and get a larger yield.
And get more meat out.
Okay.
Correct.
Sook or Jimmy?
Not necessarily. It's a matter of preference. A lot of Eastern shoremen think that the sook should stay in the waters. Obviously, that's their livelihood, produce more young.
Right.
A lot of picking houses will use sooks. The Red Roost, we're 100% males, all Jimmy crabs.
All right, well, let's get started. What do we do first?
All right, well, as I said, there are multiple ways we need a crab.
Okay, first you
got a crab.
grab
First
a
you need a
crab.
Got a crab.
There's actually a good example. This one is a little bit whiter on the bottom than that one.
Okay.
Ah, yeah, you can definitely see that.
So there's
Probably not as much
So,
meat in there.
so that means John's getting more crab than you are. Just saying.
Oh, yeah, you have to point
perhaps,
that out.
perhaps.
Okay. Is there a particular thing we should do to get started? In
Well,
order?
it's kind of up to you. Often, I've been told that you can take the legs and claws off first to get them out of your way,
Okay.
if that's an option. But personally, I prefer to leave them on.
Okay.
And then I'll grab the apron, the little Washington Monument there in the middle,
All right.
Okay.
kind of pull that out of the way, put it to the side,
Bye-bye.
and then I will turn it and grab hold of the corner with my thumb on the back fin
Okay.
and just sort of lift up. Whole top shell will
Pops
come
right
off.
off there.
And just pull the whole thing off?
Yep. Kind of set it
Okay.
to the side because this makes a nice little bowl to put all your
Oh.
debris into.
Gotcha.
You mean you have to be neat?
You don't have to be. And now you want to remove, I guess, what would be the equivalent of the lungs. So on
What
the
are
sides
those? Those
here.
little things?
Yeah,
Oh,
some
what are
people
they
will call
called?
them the deadened fingers.
Devil's
I've heard them
fingers,
called
yeah.
the devil. You can move those out of there. I don't
Right.
know that they will taste very well, and your belly might not like them.
In other words,
No.
basically, you can eat out of here whatever you want. Some of it's not going to be as good as the rest.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't eat those.
Okay, we'll let that go.
What's this? What's this yellow stuff
The
here?
yellow often is referred to as mustard.
Okay.
There's some fat in there. I believe it's pretty much their kind of the blood of the crab.
Oh.
And as it cooks, it kind of congeals. I did there. I don't know if you noticed, I pulled the mouth off.
Oh, okay.
On the mouth.
So all that out there.
Oh,
just
okay,
grab
right
hold
there.
of the whole
Pull that
thing and rip it
out.
right off.
Okay.
And
All right, now you have an option.
Some people like the mustard.
Sure, that's what I was gonna tell you your option is. Personally, I'm not one of those people.
Yeah.
There is some fat in here.
Okay.
There is some mustard in there. I've seen folks put that on a cracker and eat it. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out of the way.
Just go to town, huh?
It's just a matter of preference.
Right.
Taste
Okay.
it. If you like it, you do. If you don't,
No, I don't.
discard it.
I'm sorry. I don't want to be
Okay, I
misunderstood
want to
here.
get all of that out of there.
See, I'm afraid she's going to.
Just scrape straight down through the cavity.
Ah, okay, there we go.
You got it?
All
All right.
right.
Does it matter if these are hot or cold?
It does not necessarily matter. Generally, if you're steaming them, as they sit out on your picnic table in the backyard, they're going to cool down anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ice cold might not be preferable,
Right.
but room temperature is fine.
Okay. All right.
All
All
right.
right, once we got that done, we're going to take him and snap him right in half. So we're going to end up with 2 pieces.
Okay.
All right, now this is why I personally left the legs in.
Okay.
Well, 1 second. We do need a knife.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to trim just this little bit of shell
Ah, right there in the center, huh?
right there out of the way.
Okay.
And you can see how that kind of opens up the end of all the crab meat through there.
Ah.
Ah, okay. I still have some of that mustard in there.
Well, you're not going to get rid of all of it unless
Okay.
you wash it.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
It's just flavor. That's all.
It's just flavor.
Okay.
So now, as I'm saying, this is why I like to leave the legs on. I actually use the legs to break each of the segments apart. To kind of loosen it up a little bit, we're going to give it sort of a squeeze.
Right.
Just not too hard. We don't want to crush it. We're just going to break it up a little bit.
Okay.
And then we're going to grab the back fin first.
Okay.
Kind of put our thumb onto that joint right there.
Right.
Just kind of snap that right out of there.
Look at that.
In doing so, we've just removed the back fin, or the jumbo lump, as
Right.
it would be called,
Okay.
from the whole crab.
Right.
So we're going to go ahead and pull the one little leg off if you got an extra
Oh,
leg.
I didn't
out.
get- look at
No,
that.
it doesn't
I don't
matter if
have
you
an
did.
extra
Oh,
leg.
okay.
But
Do I?
there you can see that you can pull that right out of there, and you can eat that meat straight off of there.
Right over here.
Just pull the leg out first.
Pull the leg out.
Yep, pop it
Gotcha.
out.
Okay.
Oh.
And then there's no
okay.
shell.
Oh, see, now I got to eat this. Dang.
Oh,
Right when that happens.
But I got an extra leg, so I'm going to get it out of the way. And again, I've got some meat there.
Got some there.
okay.
But then with the jumbo lump, we can easily go around the shell that's on the outside of it,
Right.
and you're going to get the perfect little nugget of heaven, we'll call it.
I like the way you think.
There you go.
How
All
about
meat.
that?
Oh.
I'll give
Nice.
that to you.
Okay. Thank you. Well, I got some meat here
We
too.
could have some obey to dip into,
Mm-hmm.
or another seafood spice.
Hmm.
I also did bring a little bit of apple cider vinegar, which is a common Eastern Shore dipping condiment for,
Right.
for crab meat.
So
Often,
you just bite out of it?
just go
like
ahead and
that?
just chew it right off as you would meat off a bone.
All right, so we got some more to get here.
Sure.
And,
Now, as we
I got to
move
learn how
through-
to get this.